Hi guys.
Simon.
Hello Simon.
Guys okay?
Yes, thank
Is it cold outside?
Just a bit.
Oh.
you. Is it raining?
The GPs are okay, but they could have a little bit more progress with the communication with people with learning difficulties and autism or non-verbal people. Like for example, people who are non-verbal who are like deaf, they should do a lot of sign language, so it's not, so they don't really need to like talk to like a parent or a carer. So the people with learning difficulties don't feel like they're being talked down to.
What about you then, Simon?
I agree. It is important for the doctors to speak to us in a language we understand, and also talk to us rather than if we have a social worker or parent with us, and they accommodate us rather than accommodating themselves.
I agree with that, because like they should do like two appointments in one. Like an early appointment is a lot easier for people who find it difficult if they're late. For example, if the doctor's late, then the person who's got autism will find it a lot difficult to try and, because then you've got a certain time and everybody's got it in a structured, and like it's a lot easier because then you know how long it's going to be. And if it's like too short, they're like, oh no, this should be up a bit longer, and we just know that how long it's gonna be, so we know that we're actually having a proper health check.
Well, I don't know about GPs because I feel like I'm vulnerable because I haven't done had checks before. Like few people has, I haven't.
Yeah.
Because when I was young, I didn't have nothing, checks what's wrong with me, if I'm diabetes or obese or anything like that.
Yes, if you do have a health check, especially if you're autistic, it would be nice to have a doctor you're familiar with. So if you have an annual health check, or you go in like a couple of weeks, just as you know, if you're overweight and they ask you to come back in about 6 weeks, it would be nice to have the same doctor to say, okay, I've seen you 6 weeks ago, you were a little overweight, I've seen you 6 weeks later, and the fitness plan that we've worked on has worked, you've lost the recommended weight.
How can I do this then, guys?
You got to have an action plan of if you're like overweight, or if people need advice on what medication to take, or if there's any treatment they need, they should tell you and not the support staff.
Well, ring your GP and say that you want a double appointment early as possible, be a lot easier, because then so there's no excuse for them saying they're going to be a bit quick, or they've got no excuse to say that. Then you know that you are healthy, and if you need like an actual appointment or something, then they'll refer you to like a specialist or somewhere, and then may have another appointment to check if you need more medication. Or
what about like people that can't go out on their own, stuck at home, can't go to GP? What gonna do with them?
If the person has a social worker or they have a carer, then maybe on behalf of the person with a learning disability or autism, maybe request that the doctor does a home visit, because I'm sure that if they can have somebody cover them in the surgery while this GP comes to the house and does a home visit and just do the health check there.
Annual health checks for people with a learning disability give us a chance to get to know them and them to get to know us. We have a chance to meet people when they are well, and for people who find it hard to communicate, that can be invaluable. So, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Any health issues?
No health issues.
No. You're just here for your annual health check? Yeah?
I am, yeah.
Great. Okay, so I'm just going to take your blood pressure. That's all right. Okay. Let's put this on your arm. You've done this before, yeah?
Yeah.
Great. There we go. Just tighten that there. Good, just relax your arm and just wait for it to do its magic. Right, so that's 143/83, very good. Alright, let's just get this off here. Health checks are a chance for people to talk to us about anything that might be worrying them. It's important to make sure we give people enough time for the appointment. Health checks are a chance to catch something before it becomes a serious problem. We can help people manage their own health better. For some people who can't come to us, we may have to go and see them and think of better ways to communicate. If you're not sure about working with people with a learning disability, get in touch with your local self-advocacy group to get advice, support and training.
A health check for us isn't just a tick in the box, it's life or death for us.
Ni eisiau chi I gwrando ar ni. Ni eisiau chi I helpu ni am popeth yn Cymraeg a Saesneg.
We want you to work with us, as it's our bodies, our life, and we want what's best for us.
I want my little sister to have a better health check than I have. Do not put people with disability in a little box. We don't want like people with autism, verbal impairments, anything. Just please do not put us in a little box or labelled because of our disabilities. Thank you.
Health checks are very important, especially for everybody and especially for people with a learning disability. I am always concerned about all my friends who have a learning disability. They don't have health checks because they would end up having what I went through a year and a half ago, having a major operation.